us, I swear, now go with the go so. Yes, men, they kill us every day, for them busy, they campaign again. After they failed all the promises they made, oh, them they praise themselves. Why the masses were supposed to give them the praises we they here they run to? Move it up. I blame it on the religious leaders. I blame it on the traditional rulers. People were supposed to fight for the people, they don't compromise. Shame on the rebellious brothers. People will cry with us during answers. Today them don't join those oppressors, they eat love. Something done the smell of. Very soon now we go perceive. We have up where this government they cause my time bomb. It go soon explode. Revolution they come. It is very close and they feel more. When the power of the people we triumph, the power of the people in power. They no even care, they no even send. Say the people they die of hunger. Hungry dog is an angry dog. One day you go bite the owner. Idle man is the devil workshop. Many youths for Nigeria no good job. And the country the youths got no future. The country is gone, that's on period. Move it up. I blame it on the judiciary leaders. I blame it on the electoral officials. People were supposed to save the nation, but they collect it bribe. Shame on the armed forces. People were supposed to protect the masses. But now them they shoot us anytime they hear our voices.
Kiwe wesu garani orianya nine oria nine nke pụrịta kwasa mmadụ dị ndụ n'ihi na ọ bụ naanị gị bụ onye na-agwọ ọrịa anyị wee na-akpọkụ gị onwe gị bụ sunele nke ndị agha ka igwe mere anyị ebere ka akwa nke anyị na-ebe ka ude nke anyị na-asụ wee bịa n'iru gị ka iwe mee ka Biafra wee guzosi ike ka anyị wee n'ikpete mazụ nye ha sọgụtụta na nsọpụrụ na ịja mma site n'ebighị ebi mara n'ebighị ebi ise mma mmadụ gị Chineke mma eziokwu hapụ ihe ọzọ ha eme ihe ọzọ ihe nyere anyị obi si ike ịma na ha ga-adarịrị na restructuring mbụ a gara buri akpacha ya abata agasa agago constitutional conference mbụ ga nke abụọ ga nke atọ ihe niile ekwuchara ihe a ga-eme onweghị nke mere mgbe a lụchara gasị na restructuring rehabilitation and reconciliation otu ahụhụ n'ezi onweghị nke mere eme ile ka obodo ekwensu ọ bụ Naijiria si akpa agwa ma ọ bụ ndị na-achị ha si akpa agwa ị ga-ahụ na ha abụghị ndị na-ekweta n'ihe kwuru ha na-ekwu ofu ha ma na-eme ọzọ ọ ka ndụ ha si dị o mekọta anya n'ụwa ha ekweta ka eme restructuring ihe a bụ ihe m gwara ndị ọha na eze kama ya agha m ntị n'obi ọ gara m ha agwa na restructuring ha na-achọ na ọ gaghị enwe isi esi ọnwụ si na ihe ha chọrọ nsọ unu gosi m restructuring unu were ya wetara m ya tupu unu gwa m sị m hapụ Biafra m na-eme ka ebe restructuring nọ taa Biafra mana ejighị n'aka kama tupu agha ha n'ala dịka ndị Awụsa na Fulani si wee kposa ha n'ala a gwara ha sị ha unu gaa n'igwe na-agbasa ozi unu gaa kọtọ Nnamdi Kanu unu gaa kọtọ IPOB ka ihe ndị Awụsa gwara ọhaneze bịa n'igwe na-agbasa ozi bịa kọtọ IPOB kọtọ m ekwere ha nkwa ma sị unu kọtọcha ha ga-enye unu restructuring ha pụta kọtọcha anyị ha wetara restructuring
biko kamgbe ahụ ihe dị etu a na-eme a maara na kamgbe nne Nwodo batara nwere ihe dịka obere ihe mgbanwe n'ebe ọhaneze
ekenego m ya agara m ugboro abụọ nke izizi ọnọhịa ọ nọ na Amerịka nke abụọ ọzọ mmiri ya nwa hụkwa anyị na-ese nna ka ọwụ ebe ọ na-akwara igwe rubere ya isi kama ihe nna agwa ha wụ ha hapụ ị na-eso ndị Awụsa na ndị Fulani onwe uru ha bara anyị ahịa na-ekwu ekwusi ike ị na-eme ọhaneze ime ọhaneze anyị kwara anyị ugwu rubere ya isi na ịwa ọhaneze ọwa ọhaneze nke ndị Awụsa si egosi bịazie anyị chọdụ ọhaneze bụ nke asị ọzọ arịawa ọhaneze ka anyị na-eme ebe a ka ezigbo ọhaneze ka anyị na-eme Awụsa si egosi si gị bịa kọtọ ihe IPOB na-eme pụta kọtọ ugboro lekwa ka ọhaneze na-agwa arịwasị akọtọ ụmụaka ha na Awụsa na Fulani anya ha ntị n'obi ọ gwara sọsọ ndị Igbo ka ọ na-eme onye Fulani kpọọ ha n'ekwentị si ha ngwụrụ ga kọtọ ụmụnne unu ha kọtọ ebutere ha ego n'Enugu ha na-akụgharị igwe niile na-agbasa ozi ekwu mpụ niile gbasara IPOB ihe anyị na-eme a sị m ha nọrọ n'Enugu ha kwụsịrị na aga Abuja ha nọrọ n'Enugu na-eme ihe ha na-eme n'Enugu ka anyị ha nkwado n'Enugu ọwụ tupu ikwu okwu ige ihe ala ha ji ga-agwa gị ka ikwu ileta jọgburu onwe ha nwee obi nke ha kwuo okwu ha kwuru n'okwu ha kwuru eluigwe agaghị ada nwe ihe ga-eme ha kwuo okwu ha eguzo ebe ha nọ kwuo okwu ahụ siri ihe ihe ga-emerịrị ọnwụ ikwuchi okwu ala ha ji kpọọ gị n'elekere anya nọ n'ehihie ikwuori ihe ọzọ a sị anyị ka anyị gagharị ana m ajụ ọhaneze sị ya kedu restructuring ji nata isi m tụfuo eleghị anya nke ahụ Biafra isi m tọgbọ nke a ka inye m nke a restructuring isi m tọgbọ nke a ka inye m nke a m na-asị gị nna ya ekwu ka m jiri ogodo nke a tupu m hụ nke a isi m were nọchi anya ya isi m mba m lụfuo ya n'ohe ndị Awụsa kwuru ngwara elufugo m ya Biafra unu agaghị weta ya restructuring onwe nke eji anyị gbazi aka na-arịọ ha ngwa unu menere anyị ebere unu chọrọ anyị nwe obere restructuring ebe a ma ebe ọzọ ọ bụ ihe anyị chọrọ ọ ka esi achị obodo ka m na-achọ.
Welcome. Thank you for joining us on this very evening section. I appreciate everyone that have joined us on this program. Thank you so much wherever you are joining from. Please like and share the program on your own platform. Share to family and friends, share to people around you, share to anyone that you can be able to reach. Tell them we are here to preach the gospel. Invite your family and friends to join us on this very Sunday episode of our journey into freedom. The message of restoration of Biafra must continue. No matter the obstacles, no matter the trials, no matter the temptations, no matter the attacks, no matter the disappointments, we must continue to preach this gospel of freedom. And that is why we are here. Wherever you are watching this program from, I want to remind you once again that in this platform, we don't come here to instigate violence. We do not come here to preach hate. We do not come here to attack individual persons. We do not come to this platform to attack any race or religion. We do not come to this platform to engage in any saga. What we do in this platform is to present Biafra to the whole world as a remedy to the failed state Nigeria. What we will continue to do is to present Biafra before the whole world as a solution to the failed state Nigeria. We come here to expose the atrocities of the Nigerian government against its own citizens, the global conspiracy and silence on the genocide going on in Biafra land. We come here to expose this. We use this platform to call on human rights activists across the world and nations of the world, people of conscience, to pay attention to what is going on in Nigeria. We use this platform to debunk every lie that they have told against us, the lies they have told against our Supreme Leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, against our Prime Minister Mazi Nnamdi, the lies they have told against Biafran people. In this platform, we come to debunk every one of those lies and make sure we throw them into the dustbin where they belong. In this platform, we welcome everybody, whoever you are, no matter your orientation, no matter your tribe, no matter your location, no matter your belief, your religion. It doesn't matter where you belong. As long as you are the lover of freedom, as long as you are concerned about humanity, you are welcome in this platform. And if you want to join us to make your contribution, send your request. I will bring you in to make your contribution on the topic we are discussing. If you have anything to say, once we open up the topic, send a request. I will give you the audience to speak. The only thing we ask for is that when you join us on this platform and you're speaking, please keep your speech civil. Try as much as possible to be civil. It doesn't matter how angry you are. It doesn't matter how dissatisfied you are. No matter what the challenges you are having, you might not like what we are saying. You might not like our ideology. Try to be civil and then give us your own solution. Bring your superior argument. We are willing to and open to learn and listen. Bring on your superior argument. Once you present a superior argument that is better than what we have, of course, I will help you to promote it. But whereby you have nothing to offer and all you are doing is to distract us, sorry, you are in the wrong place. Your distraction is not going to keep us back where we continue to move. My fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom across the world, I welcome everyone that have connected to the program today. And as you join us, I urge you to kindly like and share. If you are watching us on TikTok, tap on the screen. Help us to tap on the screen, because when you are tapping on the screen, you are helping the algorithm to locate those who want to join us to also join us. And if you are watching on TikTok, if you're watching on YouTube or you're watching on Facebook, you like the program and you share. That will help to promote the program. It will also help to alert others to join us. We know that we are facing so much challenges and difficulties in our journey for freedom, in our line of messages. They restrict us, they make sure they cage us and give us a limitation to the number of people we can have access to. But if you on your own can go all out to continue to share the program and extend it to that place, share in your platform, in your WhatsApp group, they can't stop us. They can't stop us. And it is important that we continue to speak and talk, because you never can tell. It takes only one man to turn this very problem around. It takes only one man to press that button and everything will turn around. So we must have to continue to speak until we find that one man. There are good people everywhere. There are good people and wonderful people in all parts of the world. in all countries of the world, including those ones who are bent on holding us down. There are still some of them that have conscience. That is why we must continue to speak and speak until they wake up. Because where the good men say, keep silent, evil persists. But when the good men rise up, evil will have no place. So I welcome everyone that has connected us today. It is Sunday, and I wish you all a very happy Sunday, more especially the Biafran Christians, our Christian brothers and sisters that are with us on this program. I wish every one of you a very wonderful and blessed Sunday. It is a beautiful Sunday, a day that Christians set aside to worship Chukwu Abiyama, to speak to God and to make requests and present themselves, and also have a reflection on what they have passed throughout the whole week. Many of us have gone to the church and come back, depending on your location. Some are still getting ready to go to church. Some are still in the church. So wherever you find yourself, all you need to do is to do what you have to do. And try to remember to pray for those who are oppressed. Try to remember to pray for those who are oppressed. More especially, there are many pastors that are watching our view program. Those pastors, you must have to know that the career that you have chosen is based on fighting for the innocent. It is for freedom fighting. Christ came for freedom fighting. He came to fight for the freedom of mankind. So I wonder why somebody can claim to be a Christian and you are not part of the freedom fighting of your own people. I don't know how you claim to be a Christian, you are not part of the freedom fighting, not just of your own people, of other people of concern. You can't be the voice of the oppressed, and yet you hit your chest and claim to be a Christian. And you are hearing the voice of the oppressed shouting, crying every day. It doesn't move you. You are not moved. You are not touched. I don't know the kind of Christianity you are practicing. But nevertheless, whatever happens, we will continue. But I advise you to look at the oppressed. Biafran people are the oppressed people that we know today. The only people I know today that genocide was committed against them and it wasn't recognized as genocide. And even as we speak, the genocide continues and the world turned a blind eye simply because of one reason: economic interest. But we cannot stop doing what we are doing. We cannot chicken out. We cannot lose hope. Neither are we going to put hope on them. All we need to do is to do our own part and let Chukwu Abiyama take charge. I know that this chain is going to break off very, very soon. We must not stop speaking. If you are in the church and watching us, call the attention of your pastors, your reverend fathers. Tell them the time is now. They should use their altar to call for the freedom of the Biafran people. Whichever God you are worshiping, whichever thing you are worshiping, it is time for us to put force together and make a headways. Because we have seen it that the Pharaoh have refused to let go. Pharaoh have refused to let go. In the face of all that is happening, Pharaoh have refused to let go. And the same way Pharaoh was forced to let the children of Israel go, as we read in the Bible, we are going to go the same direction. And we pray that Chukwu Abiyama will rain that plague upon them. Rain that plague upon Nigeria so that they can let these children go. Chukwu Abiyama should release those plagues he released upon the Egyptians. Those plagues that was released upon the Egyptians. It is time he do the same to the contraption called Nigeria, because we cannot continue to mark time. We cannot continue to pretend that all is well. We cannot continue to keep silent. So everyone that is watching this program today, whether you are a Biafran or non-Biafran, whichever camp you belong, whatever be your ideology, whatever religion you are, it is high time you know that injustice against one is injustice against all. And it is time to stand up for justice. So today on Sunday sermon, we have come. You know, every Sunday, after going to the church to worship, because I myself, I am a Christian for the record purposes. I am a Christian. I go to church every Sunday. After the church service, I will come back here and have my usual Sunday sermon. My Christianity does not stop me from being a Biafra. I was first of all a Biafra before I became a Christian. So each and every one of us have chosen the way to worship Chukwu Kabiam. I have chosen mine, and you have the right to choose yours. So today on Sunday sermon for Biafra, we are going to discuss on a topic which says, after the storm, why Biafra must rise stronger than ever. After the storm, why Biafra must rise stronger than ever. Every one of us has been a witness of the storm. We saw the storm, that heavy storm that started on Friday and continues. Every one of us saw that storm on Friday when all Biafrans were glued to their sets, glued to their television, glued to their handset, glued to their radio, and they are waiting for that news. And while they were there waiting, the information came. And then the rest is history. After the storm, why Biafra must rise stronger than ever. The theme of our message today that we are preaching says, the courts may disappoint us, but heaven has not abandoned us. Every storm is a preparation for victory. Biafra shall rise because no oppression lasts forever. No oppression lasts forever. So, my fellow Biafrans, we must have these words in our hearts. We must have this word written bold in our hearts. I know how painful it is. I know how disappointed so many of us were on Friday. But we have to move on. The court may disappoint us, but certainly heaven has not abandoned us and will never, ever abandon us. Every storm is a preparation for victory. Biafra shall rise because no operation lasts forever. No operation lasts forever. So, my fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom, wherever you are and you're watching this program, I want you to tighten up your belt. Tighten up your seat belt. Hang on with us for these few minutes that we're going to be here in this message. Get something out. And as you're watching, don't watch alone. Our platform is for education, is for information, not for saga, not for discouragement, not for fighting, not for violence. In this platform, we say things that you need to hear. We tell you things that are important. Step forward, solutions. That is what we discuss. And we will continue to do so. If you have come to our platform to seek for something different, I'm sorry to disappoint you. We are focused and we know what we are doing. My fellow Biafrans that are watching this program and those that are going to watch in the future, today's Sunday sermon comes at a painful yet defining moment for every true Biafran. Today's Sunday sermon comes at a painful yet defining moment for every true Biafran. after the Abuja court unjust ruling against our supreme leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Many hearts are broken. Many spirits feel heavy. But this is not the end. This is a call to rise, my fellow brothers and sisters. It is a call to rise, fellow Biafrans, wherever you are. It is a call to unite. It is a call to strengthen our faith and resolve. If you have not been serious all this while, this is the time to be much more serious than you have ever been. If you have not been paying attention to issues, this is the time to pay more attention. We have seen several revelations coming, and every revelation is pointing to one thing. Don't lose your guard. We know they are trying to manipulate. But whatever manipulation they are bringing, we will never back down. We will never, ever back down. My fellow Biafrans, you should know that every setback you see is a stepping stone in every freedom struggle. Setbacks sometimes are stepping stone in every freedom struggle. You see, in one time or the other, we are having setbacks. It's also building us and getting us matured to prepare ahead of time. This is the time for us to transform the disappointment we just saw into determination. It is time for every one of us to come together. Let us transform the disappointment they gave to us on Friday into determination. My fellow Biafrans, wherever you are, this is the time. Do not get discouraged. Do not sit back and continue to lament. Lamentation cannot do anything for us. We need to move forward to transform this disappointment into determination. Remember the case of Joseph in the Bible. For those of us who are Christian, as we read in the Bible, Joseph was imprisoned before his glory. Moses was also rejected before Israel's deliverance. And we are seeing the same playing out. Do not be discouraged. We must put our heads together and transform this disappointment into determination. Whatever you are seeing today is a prophecy. Is a prophecy. Whatever you are seeing today, the persecution of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a prophecy in motion. This persecution of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Mazi Simon Ekpa, this persecution of people who are asking for self-determination, is a prophecy in motion, not the end of the journey. It can never be the end of the journey and will never be. They can continue to persecute our leaders, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Mazi Simon Ekpa, for as much as they can. That will not stop us. That will not hinder us. It will make us to get stronger. My brothers and sisters across the world, wherever you are watching this program from, lovers of freedom, concerned people of the world, people that are concerned about humanity. Every one of us is heartbroken, but this sermon will give you strength, courage, and spiritual fire to continue the march towards freedom. Don't lose faith. Don't you ever run away. Don't you ever chicken out. It doesn't matter what you hear. It does not matter what they say. It doesn't matter the language they use. we must continue to do what we have to do to make sure we fight this battle to conclusion. Wonderful people of Biafra, I appreciate every one of you. My brothers and sisters, in this great struggle for freedom, today we gather with heavy hearts after the painful Abuja court ruling against our leader. Very unexpected. An innocent man who has not committed any crime. After that court ruling against our Supreme Leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, I can understand that many are weakened. Many of us are discouraged because what we saw was not what we were expecting. Many of us were expecting that at least, if not anything, we allow him to go to the hospital immediately and take care of his health. But it wasn't so. Majority of us are discouraged, dear friends. Many are questioning. But today, I bring you a message of hope, my beloved brothers and sisters, wherever you are watching from. After the storm, the sun must shine. Always remember that. Remember, we are the rising sun. After the storm, the sun must shine, no matter how dark the night is. No matter how dark the night is, the morning will come. This is not an end, my fellow Biafrans. This is not an end. Will never ever be the end. It is just the beginning. This is to refine the fire in us. This is a refining fire that will make us stronger, more united, and more determined than ever. I can understand the pains of Biafrans. I can understand the feelings of Biafrans. I know how disappointed you people are. There's no doubt. Everybody that cares about humanity, everybody that is human, we feel the same way you are feeling. Everybody will feel the same way you are feeling. But I bet you, my beloved brothers and sisters, wherever you are watching us from, there is light at the end of the tunnel. Sons and daughters of Biafra, there is light at the end of the tunnel. The disappointment we got from Abuja, let it not be a discouragement to you. Let it not be. Do not take it as discouragement. Take it as an encouragement. Apply hope. Be encouraged and be strengthened. Because after every storm, the sun must shine. And after every setback comes a greater breakthrough. Don't ever forget that. After every setback comes a greater breakthrough. All things are going to work together for good for us because we are standing on the right path. We have not taken anything from anybody. All we are trying to do is to protect our own. We have not stolen anything from anybody. All we are trying to protect is our own. We have not gone to the land of the Janjaweed to take over their land. We have not gone to the southwest to take over their land. Even in their hatred, we are still hanging on and doing everything we can do to see that we move along. But no matter what happens, my fellow Biafrans, never give up. I can understand. What we saw on Friday was not what we were expecting. We never expect that after that Friday that our spiritual leader will still remain unlawfully detained. We never believed that after that very court on Friday, that our spiritual leader will still be unjustly delayed yet again. But that is what we saw. our leader remained in unlawful detention. And justice is delayed yet again in Nigeria. And I pray and I hope that the whole world is watching. The people of conscience are watching. The international communities are watching. I hope that those that matter, there are still good men out there. I hope that the good men will speak up and stop being silent. Stop being silent. Nigeria has done what they did, thinking that it will weaken the Biafran people. But it's not going to stop us. It will never stop us. History teaches us that no freedom struggle has ever been smooth. Don't ever forget that. There is no freedom struggle that has ever been smooth. The oppressor always fight hardest before they fall. And that is what you are seeing today. The oppressors fight hardest before they fall. And in our own case, they are going to fall. The storm we are in today is not the end of it all. It's only a test of endurance, unity, and faith. Don't ever forget that. When you feel heartbroken, you feel disappointed, look back again and know that this is not the end. That the storm we are in today is not the end. It is only a test of our endurance, our unity, and our faith. And I thank Chukwu Okike Abiama that people who are concerned are standing tall. One of those that impressed me was the call for the mass protest for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in Nigeria. The mass protest call is still ongoing. And I believe that men of conscience in that zoological republic, there are people that still have conscience, and I believe they are going to come in and make sure that that protest become much, much heavier than anyone can ever imagine. We know that most of the attack we saw, the dramas they are playing, mostly has something to do with that protest. I might be wrong, but I tell you, in Nigeria, everything is possible. And when I saw the latest video of that protest that made by that brother in the north, I was impressed. And I'm going to play the latest release of the video of that brother so that we can know that it is not the time to be weak. It is not the time to run away. It is not the time to chicken out. We don't have to remain heartbroken forever. In as much as we are heartbroken, we still have to move on and do what we have to do. We are heartbroken. That is true. Everybody will. There is no one that will see what transpired in the court on Friday and will not be heartbroken. The least we expected was at least allow Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to go and take care of his health. That was the least we were expecting from them. But what did we get? A total rejection of every single request that was placed before them. I want us to hear the latest video released by this brother who is organizing the protest. It is very important. Information is key, and we must key in and do our part.
We thank God for how much we have achieved since we made a clarion call of one Nigeria, one voice protest. We saw what happened in court yesterday. Nnamdi Kanu was refused to be released for his medical attention, and Nnamdi Kanu is dying in DSS custody. And that is why voice protest is still on. Peaceful protest is our fundamental human right as citizens of this country. I have written to IGP. I have also written to the DSS director. And this protest is going to be peaceful on 1st on October at Eagle Square, Abuja. And I'm calling Nigerians with good conscience to support this clarion call online and offline. Online, those to Abuja should push for this clarion call on the social media. And those that will sacrifice and make it to Abuja will come offline to support us in this call. This is not a call to anarchy. It is a call to challenge the constitution that actually fed Boko Haram with rice and chicken in Maiduguri by the same federal government. The constitution that actually romanced bandits in Katsina after killing Nigerians. It is a call to challenge the same constitution that have kept Nnamdi Kanu in DSS custody and is battling with medical challenges. I am calling on all Nigerians with good conscience. It is a call to justice. It is a call to equity. It is a call for fairness. And it is a call against victimization of Nigerian citizens just because of his tribe. We need Nigerian support for the success of this protest. For the success of this protest, we need Nigeria to support us with branded t-shirt. #Free Nnamdi Kanu. White t-shirt with Nnamdi Kanu picture, particularly this picture, for those that will not be able to make it to Abuja. And we also need Nigeria to support us with cards, green cards with the picture of Nnamdi Kanu on it. And we need Nigeria to help us with banners and hand flyers for the success of this project. And we are calling on sincere and genuine Nigeria activists, both those with a loud voice and those with a small voice. I am calling on all Nigerian activists of good conscience. I am also calling Igbo as a nation and as a people. You have don't sit at home for years and it did not work. It is time for you to leave your home and to join me for this clarion call in Abuja. This protest can also be done in all the eastern states. On the day of celebrating our Independence Day, it's supposed to be celebration of independence, but we are actually going to celebrate slavery by a government that is not sincere to her citizens. We are going to celebrate slavery by a government that has actually made her citizens slaves. May God bless the Republic of Nigeria. May God bless Nigeria as a nation.
You have heard from this brother. You have heard him. He's still on the journey of this very protest. It's a very applaudable move. I appreciate his effort. I appreciate every single effort this brother is putting in. And the call he has also made to people in Biafra land that every state on that 31st should also conduct, if you cannot go to Abuja, stay in your state and conduct a mass rally on that 1st October. That 1st October is key. You see, I don't know how he got the initiative, and the guy is well prepared with the t-shirt and the cap. Anything you can do as a Biafran to support. I don't want all those negative vibes. You know, we are always suspicious with everything that comes from Nigeria. That is true. I know that. But in everything that comes, in all those negativities, we can still find some positive aspect. We can still be able to utilize it for our own good. No matter how something is bad, you will see some good part of it that you can use to your own advantage. It is high time we use this opportunity for since Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has been detained for 5 years now, there has not been any mass protest for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in Biafra land. Because once you do that, the government will open fire. It will lead to loss of life. The government will make it become chaotic. The government will make it to become violent. And you know how they do it? Anything that has to do with Biafrans, they target violence. Anything that will have to do with Biafra, they will force it to be violent. Just like our sit at home we did. Sit at home is a very very peaceful civil disobedience that have been tried in places across the world. Many countries of the world have tried it, and it worked perfectly well for them. Many individuals have tried it, in the world. It worked for them. But when it comes to the case of Biafra, when we talk about civil disobedience, nobody wants to hear about it. They target violence. And not only that they target violence, they will make it violent. They will go ahead to make it violent. That is why for the past 5 years, there has not been any mass protest from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu release. The opportunity has presented itself. I don't know how this brother managed to do it, whether it is in sincerity or not. I don't care. I don't care. All I care about is what I see, the effort he's putting in. There is something we can tap from what he's doing. There is something we can get from what he's doing. There is an advantage in what he's doing. It doesn't matter the undertone. It doesn't matter the underlying. Let us focus on that very advantage and just capture that advantage at one find. That is why I will continue to share this very program on that very protest of October 1st. It is very, very important. In a few days to come, a mass protest. If you are a Biafran and you're living in Abuja, you need to be there. And while you are there, you must be security conscious. You need to show your presence, show your solidarity. Those who cannot come, if you know how to reach out and make your contributions to support, please do so. It is about the life of our Supreme Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It is about the life of Biafra. It is about to save the heart of Biafra. That is what this is all about. Don't think it is just about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It is about you. It is about me. Chukwu Okike Abiama knows how to do his things. Many of us have been thinking about this protest, talking about it. I see many people suggesting this protest in my platform many times. They will come and type on the comment section. Why are we not protesting? Why? The opportunity has presented himself. Chukwu Okike Abiama can use anybody to make a statement. He can even force the devil to do good. If you really believe in Chukwu Okike Abiama, he can force the devil to do good. So when things happen in that way, don't always put your mind on negativities. Think about the positive aspect. Think and say, there might be something positive in this. Exactly, my brother is yes, Wednesday next week. Wednesday next week precisely, wherever you are, even online. If you cannot be in Abuja, even online, that day, every one of us should be online. Let everybody begin to type hashtag Free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu from now to that Wednesday. On that Wednesday, flood the internet with the picture of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, asking for his release. Flood the internet with the picture of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu on hashtag Free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. On that very day. Some of us who are abroad can know, even in your country where you are, if you can protest, come out on that same 1st October 1st, as they are doing theirs in Abuja, in all states in Nigeria, wherever you are, do yours. Do it peacefully and carefully. Do it. The other ones that call themselves elders have done their own in Abia State Governor's House. Let every one of them come out again in mass on this 1st October. This 1st October that was chosen is key because that is where our problem, the origin of our problem. That is the origin of our problem. And for we to demand for the freedom of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in the origin and pillar of the problem of the country, it is key. It is very important. It is very significant. It is very significant. That protest is for Biafra. It is not just Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It is to free Biafra. Allow Biafran people to go. I want everyone to see it in that form. Come out on that day and join. If you're in Abuja, peacefully, get your own vest. Reach out to him, get your own vest, get your own cap, peacefully. You're not holding anything, come peacefully. You have seen him. He has written a letter to the DSS. He has written a letter to IG of police. He has written a letter to SSS. The people he needs to consult, we know that they are lawless. There's no doubt about that. We know that these people are lawless. We always remain lawless. And they are going to create their own protest group on that day. We have seen it. We know that that day, while people are genuinely protesting for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, they will create another protest for government. A government will create their own protest, anti-Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They will all come out that day. That is how they roll. You see, every time when you protest for good governance, another group will come out and protest and say they like it. When you protest and say the Senate president is a criminal, you are exposing him. Another group will come and say they support him. You are protesting on the drug baron in Asrak. Another group. This is the system of Nigeria. NSAS. Why people were protesting for NSAS? For good governance. For SARS to be closed. For police brutality. Some people, civilians also, came out to protest and say they like the brutality. That is what Nigeria can offer. You can imagine. While people are protesting against police brutality, some groups we are protesting and saying they want that brutality. This is what you get in the Zoological Republic. And it's not ending today. It's not ending tomorrow. Don't think it's going to go out today or tomorrow. You will continue to see this, but that will not make us to run away. One of the most difficult things is to start it and kick it off. Because a Biafran cannot lead a process of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, unfortunately, in Nigeria. A Biafran will not. Even in Biafran land, they have made it impossible. The one that was done in Aba, you know how many people that died? A protest that was held in Aba, you know how many Biafrans that lost their life in Aba for protesting for the freedom of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Now, a northerner has brought it to the north. Let us use this opportunity. Let us key into this very opportunity. On Wednesday, everybody should come out. Even on our various platforms, whichever platform you are going, let that day be for the freedom of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, a day mapped out. As we are demanding for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu freedom, we are also sending a signal to Finland on the region of Mazi Samanapa, because these people are standing on one thing: self-determination. Self-determination. So let us join our hands. Make that 1st October memorable. It is important to applaud it, encourage it in the best way we can. My fellow Biafrans, the battle have just begun, and we must not chicken out. We must remain strong wherever we are. Wherever you are. The battle is not going to be easy. Our enemies are not smiling. Our enemies are not going to let go. We must continue to tighten our belt and remain stronger. What we are seeing in the cause of Biafra is heartbreaking. But I tell you, no matter what happened, the end shall justify the means, and things will get better. For those of us who are Christians, today you go to your church, don't forget to pray for our leaders who are detained. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Mazi Samanapa. They are going to rise from prison to kings. We had the stories in the Bible, how the brothers of Joseph betrayed him, sold him as a slave, imprisoned him unfairly. Yet, he turned out to become a king. Yet, all those storms prepared him for glory in Pharaoh's palace. Prepared him for glory. Every one of us should learn that every prison of injustice is preparation for elevation. That is why when we cry for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu a little bit, when we are heartbroken on what transpired on Friday, sometimes you come down and say, remember, those who have passed through that road, every prison of injustice is a preparation for elevation. And we are seeing the prison of injustice of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and also Mazi Samanapa. I believe that Chukwu Okike Abiyama is going to elevate them to kingship very, very soon. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy. We are drawing from examples we have seen and things we have known. We are drawing from those examples. We know it is not going to be easy. You know how difficult it was for Pharaoh to allow the children of Israel to go, according to the story we read in the Bible. Pharaoh's heart was hardened. He refused Israel's freedom. But in all his refusal, what happened? Each refusal brought Israel closer to their deliverance during that time. Each refusal of Pharaoh brought children of Israel closer to their freedom. And each time they refuse Mazi Nnamdi Kanu freedom, each time they reject our freedom, each time they push back in our effort, it brings us closer to our freedom. The harder the oppressor fights, the closer freedom comes. Don't ever forget that. The harder the oppressor fights, the closer the freedom comes. Those of us who are Christians, today is Sunday. That is why we are taking examples from the Bible, because I don't know why a Christian cannot be a freedom fighter. I don't know why a Christian cannot be in the front line of fighting and making sure that his people are free. Even Christ himself was a freedom fighter. He came to fight for freedom. From day one to the last, he fought for freedom of mankind. That was why he came. There was no other mission he came for. It's for freedom. To free you, free you. That is what we are meant to see in the Bible. That's what we meant to believe in the Bible. And yet, you that call yourself a Christian, when you see people talking about freedom fighting, you see them as troublemakers. You see them as ignorant. You join people to call them criminals. I don't know the kind of Christianity you have or what you're worshiping. But it doesn't matter, because even after all, your leader, the person we all believe in, was crucified, mocked, and rejected. Yet, the cross became the gateway to resurrection and eternal victory. Even Christ himself was persecuted. Everything was done against him, as we read in the Bible. But yet, it became the gateway to resurrection and eternal victory. My fellow Biafrans, the darkest hour always comes before the greatest light. Don't ever forget that. The darkest hour comes before the greatest light. So also with Biafra, our storm today is prophecy in motion. Don't ever forget it. Whatever you have seen that happened, whatever experience we have seen, whatever you have seen that transpired, don't ever lose your faith. All is not done. Will we continue to push? Will we continue to do what we have to do? Don't lose your guard. Continue to focus. And I bet you, at the end of the day, victory is going to be ours. I can see M Special. M Special, if you are there, if you can hear me, unmute yourself and speak to us. Let's hear you. Are you there, M Special? Unmute yourself and speak to us.
Yeah, good evening. Swadi Jamak.
Okay, my sister. You're welcome. I just saw M Special.
Thank you. M Special, it was my channel before.
You're welcome, my sister.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
The first time I'm joining you on a Sunday. So thank you for always being there. I know you do come on Sunday, but I've never been opportune to have the time to join you. I just finished
Sunday
meeting.
Only,
yeah. So, as your title reads, we must be strong, and we are already winning, and we will not go down in our spirits.
Yes.
Our president, they are holding Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They must leave him because he did not do them anything. He has won them even before they caught him, and even in their own courts, he is winning them everywhere.
Yes.
Our prayer is that the demon's hand must surely be weary.
See?
They will not continue to stand.
See?
Biafrans, the two Biafrans, we must continue to be strong. They want our morale to go down, but we have gone too far for that. We can never, ever allow that to happen. We have won this, and they know, and the world know, and they cannot make us to lose focus. And we will continue to support the government the best way we can. We'll continue to manifest our freedom. Is in our hands. Those at home will continue to do the sit at home the best they can. Very important. As we continue to learn every day, in every freedom fighting, that sit at home civil disobedience is one of the most crucial items to use, or weapon.
Yes.
And Biafran people has stood the test and won on that part. And I pray to God to continue to grant us the focus and the strength to finish what he has started. I always tell him, Chukwu Obioma is not a God of half projects.
At all.
He is a God that finishes even before he starts. I tell you, before we embark on this journey, right from our leader Ojukwu to our president now, we have already won this. That is how it works. God finishes before it starts. But like you said, it's unfortunate that those called Christians don't even understand what they're supposed to understand. That is why they are religious people. Because religions will only give you captivity and not freedom.
Yeah.
Anyone that is truly a Christ-like will understand the importance of freedom and will surely stand for freedom. You know, we are not perfect. That's one thing I give it to Donald Trump. No matter the name the world is giving that man understands from the heart of heart more God than those that are even on the altar. He may not have it all right, but majority of what he's doing, he doesn't tally with people, but it is the right thing to do. And he doesn't look focused. What he knows is that is how God wants us to do, to behave. If you are Christ-like, you don't follow majority. You follow what is right. But look at our case. Even if the Christian religious leaders are the ones that sold us out, that somebody will be destroyed, life on the altar, and the church will wash away the blood
So
and
sad.
keep it silent. And I ask, what type of Bible are they reading? And what really are they understanding from it? And you cannot give what you don't know. That's why everybody in that construction is sheepishly in darkness. They live in the church, but they are the most scary people to stand for the truth, because those on the altar are standing for what they are not supposed to stand. They are different on the altar and other people behind, and another one where you don't even know what they are. So, Biafrans, we have won this race surely, and then we must not forget that when it is getting to an end is when it is getting tougher. In fact, as tough as it is on us, it's the same toughness it is on the world if we watch what is going on. And that is
Absolutely.
what will make us to know that truly we have won this race. They never believe it will touch them, but it's not no longer touching them, it's shocking them. And that electrocution, we must keep it very much high, more than high tension. And that is where the liberation will conclude. Conclusion, it must conclude. It is already written, it's already happened. The only thing is the manifestation, and it's you and I that will manifest it. And I said, I will stand and manifest it because I know why I embark on it and said yes, among those that God will use to bring it to a manifestation before I started. So do you know why you are here? If you do know, as tough as it may be, ask Chukwu Obioma to continue to give you the strength. Once we are able to defend our borders, all those that reject us will come looking for us, I tell you. Those that reject us, when they know you are a Biafran, no matter how little you are anywhere in the world, they will be knocking at you. Remember, during the time of Jonathan, when Nigeria was like to set on good a little, Europeans, we that are in Europe, we know Europeans, they were knocking looking for Nigerian people because they want to go there for business. Is it not true? Didn't you experience that? A lot
Yes.
of them, once they see you are black, they're asking you, are you a Nigerian? Because they want to go back. They want to go there and invest. You imagine when you get this Biafra, when they know that they will go and they will be peaceful. But you see, they don't want to be part of that. The devil has sheepishly used their leaders to keep everybody in bondage, because so far they want to keep Biafra down. The world will continue to go down because it's a God's project and no one can fight God. Thank you so much, my dear brother. Thank you, Biafrans. Thank you, the government of the United States of Biafra. Thank Chukwu Obioma for 29th of November 2024, which will very soon become 1 year. And here we are. No matter the oddness, no matter the waves, the hurricanes, we are still standing. And our president, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, surely must be released because he did not do anything. Our prime minister, Finland, you must release him, or calamity will continue to befall you, calamity upon calamity, and you will know Nigeria will be better than you if you continue to hold Mazi Simon
Definitely.
Ekpa. Nigeria will be better than you. Why Somalia will be better than Nigeria? That is what our president said, and it is happening. May Chukwu Okike Obioma take his honor as we pronounce it.
You see,
He
you
say,
see,
he
you see.
say, thank you, my brother.
Thank you so much, my beloved sister. I appreciate you for that powerful, powerful message of Sunday. It is very important Sundays like that. We always touch on those issues, more especially the issue of our Christian brothers, our fellow Christians who has forgotten what Christianity is all about. You see a Christian who forgot that even the person whom you claim to be following was a freedom fighter, came to fight for freedom from day one. He fought for the freedom of mankind until the last day. He didn't have any other mission than to fight for freedom of mankind. But today, what are you fighting for? What are you fighting for? They see people who are fighting for freedom today as troublemakers, as criminals. They join the government to promote violence against those who are speaking up. You go to their churches today, including our Biafran pastors and reverends. You go to their churches today, none of them is speaking about the issue of things that are happening in our land. Even if you don't promote Biafra, you don't even speak about the things that happen in your land. Now election is coming. Most of them are preparing their platform for one governor or one person to come and speak. And they call themselves reverend fathers, and they call themselves pastors, they call themselves deacons with different kinds of names. But time shall tell, and the time is running so fast. Wherever you are as a Biafran, do not get discouraged. Don't ever get discouraged. I want everybody to know that no empire of justice has lasted forever. No empire, no oppression of empire of injustice have lasted forever. No injustice have lasted forever. None. No empire of injustice have lasted forever. Never. Nigeria's system is crumbling from within. It is crumbling every blessed day from within. Corruption is increasing to the highest level. Today is no longer being fantastically corrupt. They are sharing corruption in the street, in Asorok, in their everywhere. Violence cannot hold a nation forever. Unleashing violence on Biafran people, on innocent people every blessed day cannot, and will never change anything. The silence of the international community can never, ever change anything. We will continue to stand. We will continue to stand because the sun has risen already and there's nothing you can do to cover it. The sun is one of the powerful things that God created. When the sun comes out, nothing challenges it. Nothing can stand on its way. The scientists have tried to go to different places or different planets, but to sun, you dare not try it. Our sun has risen, the rising sun. It has risen, and there is nothing they can do. This delay is just for some time. When you see certain things happen, the delay of our Supreme Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the incarceration of our Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa, and the more they put these people away, the more they give them a voice. Today, Mazi Simon Ekpa is still speaking through me, through you. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is still speaking louder than ever through every one of us. You can't shut them up. You can't shut them up. They know very well that we have strength in our unity. They know that we have strength in unity. That is why they always attack us. They create division among us. They create discouragement among us. They try by all means to plant evil men and women everywhere to discourage us and to create divisions. Because they know what we can do when we stand in unity. Anytime we capture ourselves, even for a minute, even for a second, even for a day, Nigeria feels it. The fear grips them. But I bet you, no matter what they do, we shall stand. And no man born of a woman can stop us. Biafra is a divine calling. It's a mandate. I call it the mandate of Chukwu Okike. It is not even our project. Every one of us that is speaking, acting on one area or the other, we are just an instruments to make sure that the project of Chukwu Okike comes. And we will continue to be an instrument. Anyone that make him or herself available, you will be used as an instrument. That is why sometimes many things we do, we don't even know what we do. We don't even know. That is why sometimes I'm very careful in blaming people. I'm very careful in attacking people. I'm very careful in doing something because Chukwu Okike can use some people on a negative way to achieve something positive. And that is why most time, whenever I see something negative, I try to find a positive aspect of it. Just like this man that have taken it upon himself to call for the protest of Mazi Nnamdi. For 5 years, we can't be able to do any protest for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. In as much as he might have a different motive, or maybe some group might use him for it, but we can capitalize on certain things we can draw from that very protest that is coming on Wednesday, October 1st. Number one, the date of that very protest is key, October 1st. For 5 years, we've not been able to conduct. When we tried it in Aba, when some group tried it in Aba, you saw how many lives that were lost. Lives were lost. Many lives were lost simply because they were protesting for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So it is very difficult. Now that Chukwu Okike have raised somebody from another side, whether knowingly or not, whether with any motive, I don't want to know. We capitalize on that, promote it, and pursue it. Any place you are on that very Wednesday, use your own platform. Speak about Mazi Nnamdi, post pictures, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Mazi Simon Ekpa, make it go viral. Push them ahead. That very day, 1st October, it is significant. If you are in Abuja, if you can join them, you join them. But while you are joining, you must be security conscious. We know their target. I just played the video. The guy have sent letters to every place that he needs to send letters. So we are watching what is going to happen on Wednesday, if they were allowed to. But we know also that government are going to counter it. They will create their own anti-protest. And don't be surprised that the people that will lead the anti-protest against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will be Igbo people. On that day, you see Igbo man, you carry him placard, don't release him. That is how tough the journey is. But we will never ever back down. It doesn't matter what they do. It doesn't matter what they say. Wherever you are as a Biafran, do not give up hope. If Joseph has given up hope in prison, Israel will never be saved, as we read in the Bible. If Joseph had given up, Israel will never be saved. We must stay united. Every tongue, every tribe under Biafra must stand as one. We must stand as one. It's a must. We must keep this struggle alive. This fire that was given to us, we must not allow it to quench. This torch that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu kept, Mazi Simon Ekpa picked it up. We must not allow it to quench. Now that Mazi Simon Ekpa is not here, we must not allow it to quench. We must not. Keep the struggle alive. In your prayers as a Christian, go to churches now. Every one of you that is watching me, some have gone to church and come back. Some are still on their way going. Some will go. How many of your pastors in your church remembered the issue of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu or the Biafran people in their prayer? How many of them? I'm talking about churches where Biafrans are the senior pastor. They are in charge. How many of them was able to use it as a prayer point today? How many of them? And you call yourself a Christian. And the person that laid the foundation of Christianity was a freedom fighter, came to fight for your own freedom, fought for the freedom from day one until he departed. And without him fighting, you would not have any hope of salvation according to Christian belief. No hope of salvation. The only thing that gave you salvation was the freedom he fought for. To come and rescue you, he fought from day one up to death. But now, your own turn to fight for your brother, for yourself, not even for your own self. You can't do that. You can't do that. We must continue to advocate for the freedom of the Biafran people, freedom of our leaders everywhere they are. In your boldness, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Never let the fire die. One of the instruments they are using is fear. They want to create fear. They want to make you to be afraid. We must continue to encourage one another. Encourage one another. Lift up the weak ones. Lift people up. Encourage one another. Don't make people get weak. We know whenever there is some disappointment, some say, oh, all hope is lost. All hope is not lost. We must help to strengthen one another. Remind each other the victory is near. Very, very near. The victory we are asking for is very, very near. More than seek call baby. We must continue to remind each other. The enemy fears our courage so much. They are afraid of us. Anything they do, they think we will stop. Instead of stopping, we will increase our fight. They are so much afraid about their courage. The enemy fear our unity. The enemy fear our unshakable faith that Biafra must be free. They will say, how can these people still be talking about Biafra? Even when we have tried to make it impossible, make it look impossible that it's not going to happen. Why are they still talking about Biafra? Why are these people still talking about Biafra? Why? But in all of that, we will never allow them to push us down. You're welcome, my brother Okenwa. Is that Okenwa there?
Yes,
Is that Okenwa
yes,
right?
my brother. Oh, Okenwa, you know. My brother Chukwu Goziegi. It's just a Chukwu Goziegi is just a unique voice in the midst of all this confusion. God bless you, my brother. Because each time, in as much as sometimes I might not have time to, come in, but I keep blessing God and thanking God for somebody like you who really understands that the enemies are playing serious game and they are using us to play that chess.
That's right.
They are using us. It's just the job is made easy. I told our PM when he broadcast, and I told him one of his calling section. I called and I told him that the only tool that these people have brought out now is to make sure these people are never united, even amongst them. And that is what they have been doing. They will always make us to activate that thing in us, that emotic, that Biafran, whereby you will never agree with your brother. Even if your brother is doing something better, or even if your sister is doing something, you will never always look for a way to push the other person down so that you will be the one to shine. That's why I just called this morning to thank God for your life and to bless you, brother. Because you understand. See what is happening. I told somebody in my location that, let me tell you, because I went somewhere and they were like rejoicing. Now Simon Eba is out of the descent. Now Nigeria is about to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Say you don't know what Nigeria is. You don't know. You don't know the game they are playing. If you're hoping that Nigeria will just go and release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, they will never do that. And besides, Nigeria knows that the work is very easy for them. Gowon gave them very sharp tips. If I knew these people were like this, I would have just released money. They would do the job for us. But I thank God that people like you are there. What I am praying is, God, please, help us not to allow people to feel that they are the only route to achieve this result. If you go through the history and go through even the scriptures, the Bible and all the history, you see, when you start it does not mean that you will end it.
That's right.
But everything is on procedure. When you are building house, not be that person will open the foundation will be the one that will do the roofing. Not be the person who did the roofing is not the person that will hang the doors. I don't know why our people will not understand this. Okay, look at now. Nigeria used this DOS IPOB to fight against Simon Ekpa. Now they have seen the true nature of Nigeria. Even the lawyers are seeing the true color of Nigeria. Because they always make you to feel that the problem why you have not gone far is because of that what your brother they do. And you will turn and to fight your brother, you fight your sister.
Exactly.
They are just using you to make the work very easy for them. Because they know that when we are united, they have nowhere to go.
No.
And now we have made the work very, very easy for them. God bless you. I have to really bless you. I have to really bless you because you understand the tricks Nigeria is using to bring us down. Nigeria is not even stressing. Forget about these things we are doing, analyzing Nigeria every day. It's very easy to identify few among your distance. Even now, you are making this broadcast. Once they see your viewers are coming, people are listening to you, they will infiltrate your program with 1 or 2 agents. It's either they're coming shouting very loud, hey, we go end Nigeria today. We go finish everybody. You think that they are human beings. No. That is the thing. That's what people don't understand. Hello? Sorry, call came in.
Yeah, can we can hear you. Go ahead. Yeah, we can hear you. Go ahead, my brother. I can hear you. Hello? Go ahead. I can hear you loud and clear.
So.
Yeah, I can hear you.
What?
We can hear you. We can hear you. Maybe you are the one not hearing us.
Oh my God. Can you hear me, brother?
We can hear you, my brother. Loud and clear. I can hear you. We can hear you. Go ahead. If you are seeing me, you can see my hand. Go ahead. Maybe you are the one not hearing. You just got to log out and come. Okay. He wasn't hearing us. Okay. Most of the time, he's let's see if we can bring him back again.
Yes, can you hear me?
Can bring him back. Yeah, we can hear you. I was hearing you all this while, but you are not hearing me.
Oh, sorry. A call. I was using a phone, so a call just came in. So what I'm saying is that you continue with what you are doing. Don't think that people are not listening. They know that what you are saying is just, you have to rebond us. We have to come back. Our sense need to come back with the Onyagala one spirit. That's the only way we can win. If your brother offend you, fine. Even among twin brothers, they fight. But don't go into it must not be. No. The only problem we have is that I must be the one that will achieve it. And if not me, other ones can never achieve it. They are looking at how will they be praised like Zeke. The same mentality Zeke used. Exactly. Why would it be this small boy? Why would it be Ojukwu if not me? So that they will announce me in the whole world that I was the one that do this. That is the only thing. That's the problem we have. Even in Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, I told them that even Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the problem he's having today is not even Nigeria. It's the same our people. Even among the same people, he was saying, oh yes, IPOB, one family. They are the same people who are, they will come out and tell you, hey, release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Behind you, they will tell, I beg, forget. Tinubu, forget that, and the man will not do anything. Forget, keep him there. It's only Mazi Simon Ekpa who knows the only way Nigeria will release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is force. Without applying this force, whether it's through your voice or through your actions, you can never release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Nigeria knows that as long as Tinubu is there, Tinubu doesn't want to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, because if he releases Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the Northerners will kick against him in his election.
Yeah.
If he doesn't release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, he will weigh his political gain. Where will he favor him more? He needs that kind of their selection from the North. And now you see the Northerners are rising against him. Once he does this, then they will fight him. So what they are trying to do now is that, what do these people do? When we hope on international communities, are we actually together? Are we actually sensible? that the international community will look at our case. So, my brother, that's why I say what you are doing, God bless you. And I want to encourage us and tell us the truth. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu might taking himself as a sacrificial lamb. The Nigerians want us to focus on release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and every other thing will die down. And when they release that man, you cannot start up again. They will tell, I beg, we don't go. The same thing they did to Ojukwu. When Ojukwu came back, did he talk about Biafra again? No. Rather, they wore him into, why not go to politics? And that is where he formed APGA. What happened? He brought in Peter Obi. Because Nigeria will always prepare. Their agents will always suggest somebody you will use to achieve what you want to achieve. When they suggested Peter Obi, who was Peter Obi? Peter Obi was just like a normal person at UK doing his business. When he brought him in and gained him this governorship in Anambra, and he gave him only one mandate, to unite the whole Eastern region. He wants this APGA to be the decision of the whole Eastern region. What did Peter Obi do? Being a Nigerian agent, he abandoned his brother and moved to Nigeria. That is the only thing. They will suggest somebody that will bring destruction in your life. So, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, let me tell us the truth. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is there today because he failed to say, I don't want to do Biafra anymore. Any moment he says that Biafra is gone, the next morning he will be released.
Absolutely.
So what you are doing, we who are there, please let us, I beg you, let us forgive one another no matter what. All this fighting every all this ranting on social media, please let us forget all this infighting and face the reality and forgive one another. That is what I want to tell us. And I bless you, brother. One of these days, I am going to join you fully. Please, where I am now, I have a lot of calls disturbing what I'm saying, what I'm doing, but we all are with you. God bless Biafra. God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, my brother Okemwa. I know you are not always there. They say any day you have the opportunity to breathe in, we grab it, and it's always very, very interesting and important. Your presence is always a very, very important one. You don't always come. It's once in a blue moon. But I know that there are so many people who are still there in this course, at this journey of Biafra, and they are watching closely, very concerned, like every one of us that are coming in. There are so many people who are very concerned, like every single one of us, even though that they don't come often, they have not left, they are still there. So every one of us, we must not lose our guard. The challenges we are seeing today, the challenges we are facing, it's not going to be the end of it all. It's not going to be the end of it all. The Janjaweed knows our strength. They knows what we can do. And I bet you they are afraid of us. They are afraid. They are afraid. That is why they are throwing everything at us. And one of the most important things that you have to know, every Biafran, these challenges we are facing, it is not just about us. It is not just about us as Biafran people. It is not just about Nigeria. It is not just about Nigeria. When Mazi Nnamdi Kanu spoke about the global conspiracy in the court, some of us didn't know what he meant. Recently, Sowore also have mentioned that global conspiracy in one of the interviews. And if you don't understand it in the speech of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you will understand it when Sowore broke that information down. For some of you to know the risk, the danger, the effort, the sacrifice that many of us are making. The sacrifice that those who are leading us are making. That is why you must not. It doesn't matter who the person is, whether you agree with him or her or you don't agree. Don't come online and begin to abuse your brother or your sister and call the names. Only the devil does that. Knowing what we know in the course of this Biafra, knowing what our leaders have passed through, knowing what is happening and what the agenda is, and you still have the time to come only to insult your brother, to insult your sister. I really don't know. I really don't know whether if you are coming out for Biafra. And I want to play that very interview of Shore. Let us listen. For some of us who don't know how serious this problem we are talking about is. Some of us don't know how serious it is. We think it is. We think that this Biafra thing is just. You come online, you on your camera, and you say anything you want to say, and you go. Some of us who don't know the level of sacrifice that those who have led and those who are leading are making. I want you to listen to this very interview of Showore. Maybe it can give you a light. Maybe it can give you a light to understand what is going on, so you can begin to have at least some sympathy and mind what you say. You can begin to reconsider in the way you see your fellow brother and your fellow sister. You can begin to understand the reason why most of the time I talk about this unity, I talk about this freedom, I talk about forgiveness. You will see the reason, and you will know that the challenges we are facing is way much more than what you think it is. It is way much more than what you think. This one you are saying is just a mere issue. Nigerian government cannot even do anything against us. They can't stand us. If they leave us and them alone, they can't do anything. But because of the global conspiracy, which they are not ready to back down. That is why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu called it the last miracle on the earth. And if you are expecting that last miracle, you don't have to be distracted. You need to be consistent in focusing so that you not be left out of the boat. I want us to pay attention. Let us listen to this very interview that I was going to show. And then after that interview, we can use it to draw our...
When I met Nnamdi Kanu 2019, he said, I said, yes. He said, are you mad? I just left Nigeria. They came to kill me in my house. They killed 28 people. And I remember telling him, I said, if you are still doing this Biafran thing, you are not safe anywhere. Because there's a global interest to keep Nigeria the way it is. So yes, oil can keep flowing in the direction of multinationals. There are people whose interest is to make sure Nigeria doesn't progress so that the black man will not find his feet. So anybody who is also fighting them here, you are fighting that global economic interest. And that is what was clear to us during Ken Saro-Wiwa's death. The world could have saved Ken Saro-Wiwa. Even Mandela refused to make the call to Abacha. Or he said he called Abacha, Abacha didn't pick. All of them could have made that call and said, look, if you touch this guy, we are going to give you hell. But because, Ken Saro-Wiwa went and pressed the red button, which is oil. Do you know why Ogoniland has over 62 billion?
Now, everyone that is watching, I want you to pick something from what Showore is explaining. You see, when we say that these people, they are on different stage, we are on different stage. They know what we know. But when they come to solution, they don't dare. There's a message Mazi Nnamdi Kanu prayed. He said, you cannot do what the Biafrans are doing. Even if they leave it for you for 1 billion years, you can't do it. This thing Showore is explaining is why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said that. Pressing that red button. The only people that had the boldness to press that red button is the Biafran people. Showore knew very well that Nigeria will never ever survive. But for you to talk of disintegration of Nigeria, it is a death sentence. Global death sentence. And he can't even risk it, not even for a second. You see, when he brought this story of how their brother was killed, Ken Saro-Wiwa, even Mandela, who was known as a freedom fighter, refused to make a call to save Ken Saro-Wiwa. You can imagine. Even Mandela refused to make a call. Some of us don't know the weight of what we are carrying. Why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu called it last miracle? and you don't know the grace that is following Biafran people. Only the Biafrans can have the boldness to stop Nigeria. All these people are aligning us, they are aligning themselves behind us. They are aligning themselves behind us. That if tomorrow we succeed in getting our country, if tomorrow our referendum is upheld, every single one of them they will join suit. And I bet you, if referendum is conducted in Nigeria today, even say all Nigerians conduct referendum for them, Nigeria will never exist. It will never. Nobody will support it. But the global conspiracy, every international community, both the USO, both the UK, both the Russia, every one of them have interest in Nigeria. And the more Nigeria remains the way it is, the more easier it is for them to steal the resources free, absolutely free, paying nothing. You saw what transpired when Nigeria freed themselves. We now discover that uranium, France was taking uranium from Niger free, something that was sold at the rate of $200 per gram or whatever. France was taking that at less than $1. France was taking it at less than $1. I bet you, when Biafra has finally gone out and they expose how much Britain is stealing oil from Nigeria and getting resources, how they are taking it, you will now realize. That is when you hear it. Let's listen to Shore.
What was clear to us during Kensaruwa's death, the world could have saved Kensaruwa. Even Mandela refused to make the call to Abacha. Or he said he called Abacha, Abacha didn't pick. All of them would have made that call and said, look, if you touch this guy, we are going to give you hell. But because, Kensaruwa went and pressed the red button, which is oil. Do you know why? Ogoniland land has over 62 billion cubic feet of gas. 62 billion. This is not even oil. Gas. Because what most people don't understand is that oil is going out of business. But gas is going to be around for a long time. Yes. So that is what they're interested in protecting. And the guy who starts saying, we own it, I was like, what's your problem now, guy, man? And he finished it. Global conspiracy. The same thing they did to Kanu now. How do you think that Kanu was kidnapped in Kenya and brought to Nigeria, and there's no manifest of the plane that brought him to today? Even judges cannot ask for it. How did he get to Nigeria from Kenya? Who was the person who abducted him from the underground garage? Who was he expecting that he made him to drive privately to that place and got kidnapped? Who are the people that kidnapped him? Because the Kenyan government came to court and said, we're not aware, we don't know who did this. You cannot. Is it possible to fly a plane, a private jet, out of an airport without two governments getting involved? How can it be more secretive? It's because global conspiracy is involved too. And it was as if I was being prophetic. The day he was brought back, I was at the Federal High Court. No, it was Court of Appeal, and they said, Kanu has just been brought back to Nigeria. I said, how? They put a hood over his head. Even in court, I ran down there. Before I got there, they had already arranged some kangaroo, to the judge. The judge said, go and detain him. And that's been his situation since then. That's been his situation since then. So I'm saying that we are also conscious at our level that we are not also dealing with local interests. And that there are, and I think my family understands that. Because don't forget, my younger brother was also killed a few years ago on his way from school, close to Benin City. My direct younger brother. And see, today, the police did not go to us. Initially, they said it was Fulani Herdsmen. They sent us some pictures of people they claim were Fulani Herdsmen. But my younger brother was killed at a police checkpoint that they claim had been vacated by the police. So, yes, it's heavy. Global conspiracy to keep Nigeria where it is. It is, yes. Anybody who is doing this who doesn't understand that is not ready for a Nigeria of the future.
Did you see that? Did you just hear the revelation that was made by Showore? Which is almost what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said, and every one of us have known it for a long time. Now, this is where the same thing happened to our Prime Minister Mazi Nnamdi. Can you imagine Mazi Nnamdi with a clean record in Finland for almost 20 years or more? In Finland, has absolutely, he has never had a police case one day. He never had any case one day. With a very clean record, he entered Finland legally. He entered into their politics. He went through the army. He was through the army, served in the army, served in the politics, served as a consular. And before ever Mazi Nnamdi entered into Biafra struggle, he went to their parliament to tender petitions. He went and tendered petitions to it. He wrote so many petitions, which he showed us on video when he was going to submit it. He submitted to their parliament. He submitted to their presidency. He submitted to their whatever. In every movement, Mazi Nnamdi did not do anything secret. When the first convention was held, Mazi Nnamdi told them, informed them. Second one, he told them, he informed them. There is nothing he is doing that he was doing in the secret. That is why, even while he was carrying the government along in all things he was doing. That is why, even in Biafran program, he will put Finland flag and sing their national anthem. In our convention, the national anthem of Finland was sung. But today, Finland is calling that man a terrorist. And I ask, when did Mazi Nnamdi all of a sudden become a terrorist? How? Where? When? And they boldly came out and went through their own court in their own way. And they pronounced 6 years for him. That we are now waiting for an appeal. And they even boycotted all the system. You can imagine, they even arrested him. They took him in before they began to look for evidence, which took them 6 months to get. To manufacture the evidence they said Nigerian government gave to them. Look at this Nigerian government, a terrorist government confirmed by another legitimate government in America, confirmed by Canada, that Nigeria is a terrorist country. Canadian court confirmed it. But today, that same terrorist country gave them information to arrest their innocent citizens that have served on different levels of government in their country. And they came back to seek for economic interest. And even if you don't understand it, could you remember that you can imagine an ambassador came and said that Mazi Nnamdi is standing between their friendship, in between the friendship of their country and Nigeria. Is hindering their bilateral relationship. How? Because it's asking for freedom. Because it's asking for the freedom of his own people. The same thing that Finland themselves did to get out of Russia. The same thing they did. Because most of us who are following Mazi Nnamdi, he wrote out the example of how Finland got their own freedom, how they fought. How they fought. They fought in a brutal war to get out of Russia. He read all out. We are all following up. And to understand, this Finland we are talking about knows the history of Biafra. During the Civil War, Finland played a role. Finland, this same Finland, their children were denied lunch to send money to Biafra land then. They stopped one of the cathedrals they were building in order to raise the money and send to Biafra. But today, a pharaoh that doesn't care about anything except governance. The British have used NATO, interest of NATO, to drag them in on one side. And today, it is about gas and oil. And they sold Mazi Nnamdi for gas and oil in Nigeria that Britain controls. And that is where we are today. You can imagine. You can imagine that. So if you don't understand these things, if you think it is going to be easy, it is never going to be easy for any one of us. It's not going to be easy. I am saying all this for us to know the challenges we are facing, the battle ahead of us, that there are certain things we need to ignore and focus on the real challenge that is before us. That is a great challenge, a very, very great challenge before us. That doesn't even warrant us to pay attention to any other thing again. If you realize what our leaders are facing, anyone that is in the front line for Biafra, if you know what they are facing, you need to respect them. You don't need to come online. Even if you don't like them, there is no point to come online, call them names, and you don't need it. You don't need it. You don't need it. When you know the global conspiracy that is ahead of us, you don't need that. But today, go to social media. We are the ones making campaign for now. We are playing the role that the enemies are supposed to play. Most of us dedicate their own platform to play the role of the enemy, while the enemy is somewhere just smiling and laughing. I pray that Chukwu Okike Abiama will help us to overcome these very challenges that is before us. My beloved sister Ijoma, I think we've talked enough, and I think on Sunday program I don't always stay that too long, but we have to push it a little while now. So let's go on the closing remark. Give us your remark and include your closing remark in it so that we can round up on the program. Are you still there, my sister? Is my sister Ijoma still there? I'm not sure. I'm not sure Sister Ijoma is still there. Whereby is that? I just saw Greg came in now, and the system is not friendly with Greg. I know it's always kicking him out anytime he comes into the program, but nevertheless, we have to go into the conclusion of the message of the day so that we can come back. We have program tomorrow. Remember, tomorrow is sit at home. Don't forget about that. My dear brothers and sisters across the world, lovers of freedom, everyone that is watching us today on this platform, my dear people, don't ever lose your guard. I want you to understand, don't ever lose your guard. No matter what you see, no matter what you hear, do not be discouraged. Do not be discouraged. Don't allow the enemies to play with your intelligence. Don't pay attention to the blackmail and propaganda of the enemies. Do not. Wherever you are watching this program, I want you to tighten up your belts for the war ahead. You see, for victory is sure, but we must remain consistent and tighten your belt the more. Remain consistent. My dear people of Biafra, I want to remind you that after the storm comes the calm. After a heavy storm, calm will always return. After the night comes the morning. After the tears comes the laughter of victory. My fellow Biafrans, do not let today's disappointment bury your faith of Biafra. It doesn't matter what you see. It doesn't matter what you hear. It doesn't matter what they threw at you. Do not, I say do not let today's disappointment bury your faith. Nigeria injustice can last forever. Cannot last forever. The injustice of the Zoological Republic can never last forever. It cannot. It cannot last forever. Just as Pharaoh left Israel to go, just as Rome could not bury Christ, so shall Nigeria not bury Biafra. Never, ever. My wonderful people of Biafra, lovers of freedom across the world, stay strong. We must stay united. Stay faithful, because the world is watching. The world is watching. History is unfolding, and prophecy is working. Fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom across the world, may Chukwu Okike Abiyama bless every single Biafran wherever you are. May he protect our leaders, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa Njoku, who are languishing in detention. May Chukwu Okike Abiyama secure them, protect them, give them good health, give them good revelations, speak on their behalf, put word into their mouth to speak, so that the captivity will let go of them. And may Chukwu Okike Abiyama hasten the day of Biafran's glory. May Chukwu Okike Abiyama hasten the day of Biafra glorious freedom. We don't want to wait anymore. We do not want to wait anymore. I pray that Chukwu Okike Abiyama will hasten the day of Biafra glorious freedom. My fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom across the world, wherever you are watching this program from, we declare together today, together we declare, Biafra must be free. Biafra must be free. Biafra must be free. I appreciate everyone that have been with us on this very Sunday sermon. Don't forget, tomorrow is our day. Tomorrow we are going to be here again tomorrow, and it is sit at home. Just like my beloved sister said here when she was speaking, sit at home is not something that we play with. This is a great weapon in our hand. A great weapon in our hand that has kept us standing, that has given breath to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, giving presence to Mazi Simon Ekpa. We must not throw it away. Not now. If there is any other time we should sit at home, it is now. Judging with the things that Nigerians are doing, with the judgments they are passing, with the way Nigeria is going. Every one of us should join that sit at home. And also remember, the 1st October protest for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, wherever you are on the planet Earth, on that day, either online or on ground, make sure you post a picture with the name of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and write Free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Make a noise in your platform. Make your platform noisy that day for the freedom of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Mazi Simon Ekpa. October 1st is a very important day. That date is key. That date, October 1st, is key. And we must make sure that we use that very date and use it wisely. Wherever you are watching us from, I appreciate every one of us that have been patient on this program from the beginning to the end. Prepare yourself for the sit at home tomorrow. Nobody is forcing anybody. It is civil disobedience, peaceful civil disobedience. Peaceful civil disobedience, a civil referendum that we have been conducting for almost 4 years and stay counting. And we will continue tomorrow. May Chukwu Okike Abiyama strengthen us to continue to fight this battle until we win. May Chukwu Okike Abiyama continue to guide and protect every one of us. May Chukwu Okike Abiyama continue to strengthen our leaders. May Chukwu Okike Abiyama continue to lead us and lead us to the path of truth. May Chukwu Okike Abiyama continue to make a way for us as Biafrans. No weapon formed or fashioned against us shall prosper. Formed or fashioned against our leaders shall prosper. I appreciate every one of you who have joined on this program. If you have not yet shared this program, please kindly like and share. If you have not yet shared, like and share this program. Don't keep it to yourself. If you have not subscribed, subscribe. Touch your notification bell so that when we come online tomorrow, you will join us from the beginning, because I play important messages in the beginning directly from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Mazi Simon. We forget so easily. So it's my duty to keep reminding us. That is part of the things I've taken to do. Every blessed day, keep reminding you. I can play a message 1,000 times so that when you go to sleep, you'll be hearing that message in your ears. Like and share. Click the subscription. Click the notification so that when we come online tomorrow, you will join and we start together and end on time. May Chukwu Okike be my guide and protect everybody. See you tomorrow morning by the grace of God. Stay blessed and good night.
Nigeria don't enter one chance, I swear. Now go with the go so. Yes, men, they kill us every day, for them busy, they campaign again. After they failed all the promises they made, oh, them they praise themselves. Why the masses were supposed to give them the praises we they are they run to? Move it down. I blame it on the religious leaders. I blame it on the traditional rulers. People were supposed to fight for the people, they don't compromise. Shame on the rebellious brothers. People will cry with us during answers. Today them don't join those oppressors, they eat love. Something done the smell of. Very soon now we go perceive them. We have up where this government they cause my time bomb. It go soon explode. Revolution they come. It's very close and they feel when the power of the people we triumph, the power of the people in power. They no even care, they no even send. Say the people they die of hunger. Hungry dog is an angry dog. One day you go bite the owner. Idle man is the devil workshop. Many youths for Nigeria no good job. And the country the youths got no future. The country is gone, that's on period. Move it down. I blame it on the judiciary leaders. I blame it on the electoral officials. People were supposed to save the nation, but they collected bribe. Shame on the armed forces. People were supposed to protect the masses. One of them they shoot us anytime they hear our